You bought the orthopedic bed before you bought yourself a real chair. The cream one, memory foam, more than your monthly rent split. Every single night, when she circles 3 times and finally settles, inside you something exhales in a way nothing else can anymore. That's not love of animals. That's a private language you taught yourself to speak when every other language in your life stopped working. The vet says, "Good morning, Mom," and you don't correct her. The dog walker calls them the kids, and you tip extra. None of this is innocent. What looks like a quirky pet-parent personality is often a much older negotiation with a much older loneliness hiding in plain sight. If you're listening tonight, stay with me a moment. Drop the pronoun you use for the one curled up near you right now in the comments below. There's a real name for what you're doing, and it isn't anthropomorphizing. You're translating a need so old you forgot it was a need at all. The need to be greeted at the door by something that doesn't want a status update on your career or your weekend plans, just you walking in. The need to be touched without it meaning anything more than presence in the room. No agenda, no subtext, no "we need to talk" hanging in the air. So you found a creature small enough to hold the entire weight of all of that, and you call it a hobby. It isn't a hobby, not even close. It's an architecture, a whole structure built around one quiet truth you can't say out loud at parties without people shifting in their seats. The truth that human love has felt like a billing cycle for as long as you can remember, and finally, with this one, there's no invoice attached. Jordan walks his French bulldog at 5 a.m. before the city wakes up, not for exercise, for the only 40 minutes nobody wants anything from him. He calls it his time. What he really means is, those 40 minutes are the only place his shoulders drop enough to feel he's still in there. The dog isn't really the recipient of his love. The dog is the permission slip, the excuse he gives the world for going quiet without explanation. Notice how often "I have to walk the dog" doubles as "I have to leave this conversation now." That isn't coincidence at all. That's pure survival. Some of you have been using your pet as a polite exit from human bandwidth your whole adult life, and nobody has ever once called you on it. Here's where it starts to get tender. The reason this entire arrangement works at all has almost nothing to do with the animal in the room. It works because for the very first time in your adult life, you're allowed to give care without performing competence at the same exact moment. You can be sleepy, awkward, ugly crying, terrible at small talk. The cat doesn't care at all. The cat just wants the can opened. Different economy. Madison adopted her tortoiseshell 3 weeks after her engagement broke, not because she was lonely, because she had affection nobody was receiving. She didn't replace him with the cat. She found somewhere finally safe to put the love that had suddenly been left with nowhere reasonable to land. Tell me in one single word in the comments what your pet caught when nobody else had a basket out for you. That one word is the real story tonight. The affection didn't evaporate when the people did. It just sat there, lodged in your sternum, waiting for somewhere reasonable to finally land. Then she padded right into your apartment, and it landed, and you finally got to be openly tender without being told you were too much for the room. Too much was the word, wasn't it? Too needy, too sensitive, too intense, too quick to attach to people. Pick the one they used on you as a kid. The animal is the first relationship in your whole life where too much doesn't exist as a category, where your full output finally has somewhere to go. You didn't actually get a pet to love something. You got a pet so something living could finally use up the love you had at full volume. Caleb says his rescue greyhound is obsessed with him. He says it like an apology. It isn't an apology. It's the first time he's been chosen daily by anyone since he was a small child. Most adults haven't been chosen daily by anyone since they were small children. The dog reintroduced him to a feeling he half remembered and couldn't name. Once you remember that feeling, you don't share it loosely with humans anymore. Your bar moves, quietly, permanently, without anyone asking you about it. Skylar used to host dinners every Saturday for her friends. Now she stays in with her tabby and a microwave meal and tells herself she's just tired. She isn't just tired, she's recalibrated. 2 hours of small talk now costs her more than it used to, and the cat is the only company that doesn't tax her. That's the hidden cost nobody warns you about up front. The pet doesn't shrink your world. The pet makes you honest about which parts were never warm. You start noticing how much human love comes with fine print attached. The dog has no fine print. The dog just has a tail. That comparison ruins you a little. In the best possible way, and in another way you don't talk about. The way that quietly rearranges who you'll text back this week and who you simply won't. A calculation runs in the background. Humans take effort, this small creature doesn't, so let me orient the rest of my entire life accordingly from now on. That calculation, repeated over many years, becomes a personality, a reputation, a whole identity, the animal person. Sounds harmless on the surface, doesn't it? Until you notice you haven't been away longer than 4 days in 3 years, and the reason isn't logistics at all. It's something far more honest than that. Riley's parrot bites everyone except her. She tells the story like it's a joke. The actual joke is that she finally has irreplaceable status somewhere on Earth.
Irreplaceable. That's the exact word. Most of us spend our 20s and 30s feeling like a comma in someone else's sentence, easily swapped out for another. The pet makes you the period, the proper noun, the yes but only her, only him. After a lifetime of feeling interchangeable to everyone, that hits like medicine. So ask yourself one honest question tonight, not in a self-help way, in a real way. What part of being needed by this one creature can't you get anywhere else? Sit with that question for a second longer than you want to. Whatever surfaces is the actual subject of this video, not the pet, the thing the pet is covering. Being irreplaceable to a small living thing is exactly what most kids quietly count on from their parents from the beginning and don't always actually receive. Some of you became irreplaceable to a pet precisely because nobody on Earth ever made you feel irreplaceable to them back when it actually would have counted. Now, somewhere around your 30-something years, you're quietly rebuilding the village you never got as a child, just with smaller, fuzzier, four-legged villagers. Connor's pug sleeps on his pillow right next to his head every single night without exception. He says it's because she likes the warmth. That's the cover story. The honest version is no person has slept that physically close to him in 2 full years, and the pug is the only difference between alone and accompanied at night. A survival strategy dressed up neatly as a quirk. Almost nobody who's actually living it can manage to say that whole sentence out loud on brunch on a Sunday. So you say she's spoiled instead. You say he runs the whole house instead. You make the language cute and disarming so the thing underneath it doesn't show. The underneath is this. There was a stretch of your life when nothing warm chose to be near you, and somewhere in there you quietly decided never, ever again. Aubrey's golden retriever follows her from room to room all day. Normal dog behavior, really, but the very first time it happened to her, something cracked open inside. She grew up in a house where you had to earn physical proximity, where being near someone in the room was the payment they expected for some kind of service rendered. The dog doesn't make her earn anything from him at all. The dog just shows up beside her. That single ordinary fact reorganized her whole understanding of care.
Once you've tasted that kind of unconditional showing up, going back to people who only appear when they need something from you starts to feel like a quiet exile. So you stop returning their texts. You let those particular friendships thin out on their own. The dog never thinned out on you. The dog just sat on your feet at 11 p.m. The pet didn't actually isolate you from anything. The pet just raised your personal standards for what counts as actually being chosen by another living being on Earth. Look, loving your pet this hard isn't the wound itself. Let me say that very clearly to you while you're still right here with me tonight. It is not the wound. The wound is the part underneath it all. The part the pet is generously covering for you every single day. The part nobody on Earth ever offered to cover for you. Once you can look at that uncovered part directly, even for one full minute, something quietly shifts in how you carry the whole arrangement going forward. You stop performing the cute pet parent role for other people watching. You start understanding plainly and honestly what this relationship is actually doing for you. It's the daily proof you're capable of giving and receiving love at full intensity in this lifetime. You had lost the proof somewhere along the way. Now you have it back. That isn't pathology of any kind. That's repair. Slow, patient, four-legged repair of something that broke for you in a place where humans were originally supposed to hold it. You stop calling them your kid out loud to everyone. You start letting them be what they actually are to you. The witness. The one who saw you keep going anyway. If you're still here with me tonight, type the name of your witness in the comments below. Just the name, no story attached to it. The name itself does all the work. Once you name what they actually are to you honestly, two things happen at the very same time. You love them more accurately, and you become available to receive again. The love you give that animal is the love you were always built to receive from another human. You just had it rerouted to safer ground until a person earned the keys back. So tonight, when she nudges your hand for the 100th time and you sigh quietly and reach down and pet her anyway, understand quietly what's actually happening here. You're not the rescuer in this story. You're the one being slowly, patiently, 4 paws at a time, rescued in return by something that never once asked you to earn it.